So the saga continues. So the mouse story isn't done yet because this morning when we woke up, we saw that the mouse had been running around again and like eating some of our food. So we decided to take action and we went to Bunnings now to buy like a mouse trap and some bait. And hopefully this time we can like get rid of it because it's so not nice knowing that it's like still somewhere around in our car. And the weather also sucks, which makes it even more difficult because if we want to take our stuff out of the car, we have to find a place where we can store it that it stays dry. So yeah, kind of shitty, but still, yeah. I'm happy that we can figure this out together and hopefully tonight no more pets. Good news!
Hello!
We got the mice. And I'm saying mice because we had multiple. So there was not one mouse, but two. And it took us 3 days to get them all out. But
a little correction though, there were 2 rats.
Yeah, I mean,
they were like this big with a tail on it as well, so yeah.
Big mice. But yeah, anyway, whatever it wasn't fun. But we got them out and we didn't have to use the mouse trap in the end. We just took out all our stuff again and then...
We went to a supermarket, went to the parking, put all our stuff out there. People thought we were crazy, homeless. And then the rat, suddenly ran out of the car. It went underneath another car, so sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, happy we don't have a pet anymore.
So now we are on our way to Coffin Bay, and in Coffin Bay we're going to do an oyster tour. We're going to learn more about oysters, how they are farmed, and yeah, what they taste like.
Yeah,
I'm not a very big fan of oysters, so yeah, let's give it a try.
Yeah, and we're also going to do like a small kayak trip afterwards. We rented a little boat to explore the area. Yeah, and then we're moving on to discover the rest of Eyre Peninsula.
Yep.
Okay, let's go, baby.
Let's go.
Wearing waterproof overalls, we waded into the water and headed to the saltwater pavilion. We learned about the history of the farm and about the oyster farming practices. After that, we got a hands-on shucking lesson, learning to open oysters like a pro. Best of all, you get to taste the freshest oysters you'll ever have. Finally, we explored the beautiful waterways of Coffin Bay by kayak and had a good time paddling through the oyster wrecks.
The next morning, we woke up early and drove to Coles Point. The view there was amazing, and we were even able to spot some dolphins in the distance. So we decided to follow their direction and drove on to Greenleaf Beach, a few minutes further. We made our way up to the beach when something magical happened. So hello, this is future Eileen. I am currently in front of our house in Byron Bay and we're already a few months after we shot those images, but I saw that we didn't have like any clips or reactions to it, and it was such a magical moment that I thought it would only be appropriate to like do a little recap. So we were strolling along the beach and suddenly we saw like a group of dolphins swimming by, and I didn't really think twice. I just like took off all my clothes and jumped into the water. But it didn't go as smooth as I hoped. It was like a little rocky and uneven, so I kind of stumbled in the water, and then I tried to swim as fast as I can towards the dolphins. But the closer I got to the dolphins, the more I was just like a little bit hesitant. I didn't want to go like too close to disturb them, so I just like watched them from a distance, and it was a truly magical experience. So if there's one thing that I learned so far is don't pay to see any animals in Australia. Because in the beginning of our trip we were kind of worried that we might not see dolphins and that would be our only shot, and we paid like for this dolphin tour and saw no dolphins at all, while on our way now we saw plenty of dolphins, so no worries. If you're traveling Australia you'll definitely get to see some. And yeah, I think we'll go back to the vlog and show you what we did for the rest of the day. We then made our way down to a rock pool at the end of Greenlee Beach. After taking a dip, we continued our journey down the coast. During our drive, we did some short stops like the Talia Caves and Loxwell Beach, which are both really worth checking out.
So today we drove from Coffin Bay all the way to Streaky Bay, where we will spend the night in this campground. Tomorrow we will discover Streaky Bay. Streaky Bay is like the end of the Eyre Peninsula. So yeah, we will explore the town a bit, and I think we will go jogging as well. So now we will be heading towards Western Australia.
Yeah, it'll be a long drive because we're crossing the Nullarbor, and the Nullarbor is like, it comes from Latin and means null arbor, which means no trees. So it's a really long, I think it was over 1,000 kilometers long straight road with nothing to see or do. So yeah, today we'll probably be doing some shopping as well to buy food, because I mean there's also no stores on the way, and to fill up our water. And we cannot take too much fruit and veggies because apparently like they check at the border and you cannot take like all types of fruits and veggies from South Australia to West Australia. So yeah, we'll have to eat some sober meals, I think.
Also, I'm growing this mustache, as you can see.
Comment down below what you think.
We are watching the series on Netflix called Narcos. All these guys have nice mustaches over there, so...
What do you think? I think it looks... I like it.
I told Eileen that I will keep the mustache until the end of the series, so... Here we go. You better get used to it.
Okay, good night. On the schedule today was an interval run, where we had some fast 600 meters followed by walking. We ended up enjoying the running part more than the walking because flies were annoying us a big part of the run. After finishing our 10K, we had lunch to fuel up again. Afterwards, we did one last stop at the local supermarket for some essentials and, of course, peanut butter, just to be sure.
Good morning! We just started our trip along the Nullarbor. We had a good night's rest at the start of the Nullarbor, and yeah, we left this morning for a big day of driving. We're gonna do a lot of kilometers today. First stop is Penong. Penong is famous for nothing really, but it's the last general store for like 1,000 kilometers, at least this plate says. There's also a windmill museum, so yeah, let's have a look.
As you can see, the Nullarbor Plain really lives up to its name. Driving along the longest, straightest and flattest road in Australia can be a little boring sometimes, but you want to stay focused. You don't want to drive off any of these cliffs. These cliffs extend for 210 kilometers, which makes them one of the longest in the world. You might encounter people with golf clubs. That's because the Nullarbor is also home to the longest golf course in the world.
So, this is our third stop, and at the moment we're at the Bunda Cliffs, and this stop was definitely worth it. We have like an amazing view all over the cliffs, and you can drive your car like right up to the edge. I mean, this basically is the edge of the world. Yeah, you should check out the view. It's pretty cool. Before this, we also did a quick stop at the Nullarbor Roadhouse, which is like a famous stop point as well. A lot of people stop there to grab a drink or load up on fuel again. The Roadhouse is pretty iconic. This is a quick stop to shake out our legs a little bit and then continue our trip.
So, this was day one of driving along the Nullarbor. We arrived at our campsite for tonight. Eileen just made dinner, which smells amazing again. I put up the tent and we have an amazing view. Look at that. So waking up to this view won't be bad tomorrow morning. So yeah, we drove around 600 kilometers today, around 500-600 to go tomorrow, so we're about halfway. I drove most part. Eileen made sure we had enough fuel and snacks to survive the day. Hopefully tomorrow we will arrive at the end of the Nullarbor and we will be very close to Esperance, which is one of the most beautiful places in Australia. At least it's supposed to be. So yeah, let's go. Good morning. This will be the second day of the Nullarbor. We're getting energized, having breakfast thanks to Eileen. What are we eating?
Chocolate tahini banana oats. Yeah, with caramelized banana. It's good, even though I say it myself. And to top off, some sea salt.
Wow. In a few moments we will leave for our second day. And we will be driving towards Esperance, although it's still quite a while. Don't know if we will arrive there today or tomorrow. So yeah, we'll see. Wish us luck.
Better to wade through to the heart and soul as well. Hear it. And I want everyone to go, subscribe to...
We made it! So we crossed the Nullarbor and we set up camp yesterday, like somewhere between the end of the Nullarbor and Esperance. So now it's still a 2-hour drive to Esperance. But I think we're both really looking forward to Esperance because the pictures we've seen so far look stunning, like crystal clear water and beautiful beaches. And we managed to book a spot at Lucky Bay, which is a beach where kangaroos live. So yeah, really looking forward to that. The weather at the moment is like a little bit grey, but fingers crossed that it will clear up a bit and that it won't rain.
And then there it was. Finally, we had arrived at what might just be the most breathtaking place we have ever been. Lucky Bay. Crystal clear waters and the whitest sand you will ever see. No wonder it's often voted the most beautiful beach in the world. And the best part? We were lucky enough to have it all to ourselves.
Good morning from Lucky Bay Campgrounds. So at the moment I can't concentrate myself because Lawrence is doing a funny dance. This is Lawrence's update from his mustache. Come a little closer. What do we think? Yay or nay? I think he should keep it. But yeah, as I was saying, we're at Lucky Bay Campgrounds at the moment. We were really lucky to get a spot because we only booked it 2 days before. Normally it's like really full, but I think some people canceled their place. So we were lucky to get to sleep here for one night. Unfortunately, the weather isn't great. It's like a little cloudy, but nevertheless, the water is so beautiful. It is the most blue water I've ever seen in my life. And the sand is like so fine, it doesn't even feel like sand. I can't really explain it. It's like beautiful white sand. And yeah, we'll be exploring the rest of the national park today. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to give you guys a mouse update. So we now put mouse traps every evening with like a little bit of peanut butter inside them to like take our precautions. But yeah, we caught a mouse yesterday, so I mean, I think it works. And we keep our food like safely stored away in a box, so let's hope we don't have any unwanted guests anymore. We should go now because we have to check out. Bye! Lucky Bay is everything we'd imagined Australia to be, but better. Insanely blue water, long stretches of soft sand, and skippy kangaroos hopping along the beach. The local kangaroos are everything but shy, and we got the opportunity to say hello from up close. Lucky Bay is situated in Cape Le Grand National Park. The park is filled with beaches and bays that are all evenly stunning. Even though it was Easter holidays, it didn't feel busy at all, and it felt like walking in our own little paradise. The next day, we drove on to Warton Beach, another beautiful bay in the national park. We took the car for a spin on the beach and strolled along the 4.5-kilometer long beach. And of course, with water so blue, we couldn't resist the urge to take a dip. The water was really insanely blue, and we had such a good time. So that was it. Thanks for watching, and see you guys soon. Bye! somewhere around in our car, and because it's so not nice. Yeah, and the weather is. Yeah, and the weather also sucks. So this is. Yeah, here is like the edge of the world, basically. Schat, vlieg, vlieg. Again.